Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Halo. Last time we drove around collecting our scattered Marines, and we found out that Captain Keyes had been captured by the enemy, so we are going to go rescue him.
The enemy has captured Captain Keyes and are holding him aboard one of their cruisers, the Truth and Reconciliation. The ship is currently holding position approximately 300 meters above the other end of this plateau.
So how do we get inside the ship if it's in the air? The Corps issued me a rifle, not wings.
There's a gravity lift that ferries troops and supplies between the ship and the surface. That's our ticket in.
Once we get inside the ship, I should be able to lock on to the tracking signal from Captain Keyes' neural implants.
Hit 'em, Marines! Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour!
Stick to the higher ground to the right. We should be able to recon the Covenant position without being spotted. I've detected Covenant stationary guns near the next pass. I recommend using your sniper rifle to take out the gunners while I call for Marine support.
Get ready to move in to support us, Sergeant. The Master Chief is going to covertly take out as many of the Covenant as he can. Don't open fire until you hear the enemy return fire on us. That should let us keep the element of surprise.
Alright, so as that dialogue suggests, the start of this is a stealth section, but it's a really weird stealth section, even by Halo standards. Because for the start of this level, the Covenant has been made, like, completely blind and deaf. They will react to us shooting them, but they don't actually detect us. This guy didn't notice anything. It's weird.
I like it though. This is like one of the most memorable levels, I think, in this game.
I absolutely agree with you that it works, because this section is a lot of fun. I don't know. I find it so strange. Mm-hmm. But I guess I like being able to predict enemy behavior sometimes.
You like failing missions and having to get them next time?
We'll get them next time.
They also give you more ammo than you can typically hold, I think.
Yes, that's right. Normally it tops out at 24, and in this one you start with like 64. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Oh, jeez. Don't walk in front of me, dipshit.
The friggin' 7-foot-tall cyborg with the sniper rifle. Yeah, I'll just walk in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
The stationary guns you can use, but they're not very good.
Does it have a ghost name?
It does. It's called the Shade.
Oh.
Shade
right.
Turret.
I thought I would stump you with that, but...
No.
This guy prepares.
That one I actually remembered. I didn't have to look it up.
Nice.
Stop. Motion tracker shows movement around the next bend.
We'll be ready to advance as soon as you call for us, Cortana.
What the hell is up with these guys? Like...
Stand in that bush.
They actually break stealth there. It is possible to do the start of this somewhat stealthily. In this part, enemies seem to react more than they did in the last one, but at least the start of it, your first couple shots you can do quietly, but not when your Marines fire at nothing.
Oh, well, you're also firing at nothing, so...
Oh. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, that elite right there. He runs out from the right side, and I don't think it's possible to stealth him.
The darker purple ones are stronger, right?
Yeah, that's right. With the Covenant, the colors actually denote rank, I guess. So blue elites are the lowest, and then red. And with grunts, it goes orange, then red.
I think there's one more elite type, but you might be holding on to that one.
Yeah, there's actually several for both, but we haven't seen them yet.
Did anybody see me? I kicked ass.
Covenant forces detected up ahead. The path up on the left should let us sneak up around them.
So this is another section that you can do stealthily. I'm just waiting to make sure my Marines actually follow that.
Did they update the music too? Did they enhance it? Or was it this good always?
It's a great question.
For Halo 1 Anniversary, I think the audio is remastered, but it's the same music.
Yeah, it just sounds better, but it might just be because it's not from a tube TV across the room.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yes.
I think they did remaster the audio. And like rebalance music and sound effects and stuff.
It would make sense. Since this game came out, music has become so important in video games, like to the overall experience.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first one I know of that had a legit composer making new music just for the game.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess most games did have that, but not orchestral music.
That was
Yeah.
Marty O'Donnell?
That's right.
Ugh, what a good guy. Who later became the community manager.
Did he really?
Yeah, he was the one who had started putting out all the updates for, like, Halo 2 when that game was in progress.
I thought that was
and,
Frank
like,
O'Connor.
Oh, that was Frank, right?
Yeah. The second type of power-up, active camouflage, makes us invisible, which is quite handy. Shooting your gun does make you less invisible, but otherwise, they won't notice you at all.
Frank O'Connor, that's the one. And he later became something. Or moved up in the company.
Yeah, he ended up being something at 343 Industries that took over for
Yeah.
Bungie. I don't actually remember what his title was, but
He was really good at his job.
Yeah, he was.
I liked reading those weekly updates. Or monthly updates or whatever they were.
when
Oh,
we were
yeah,
supposed to be
we were
doing
in-
computer class.
Yes.
Yeah, grade 10. We all took a computer class together, and yeah, we would just like, we found like scanned pictures of like updates and stuff from that magazine. Oh my god. We held on to every word they said.
Yeah, we really did.
Yeah. I still have some of like the DVDs I burned of all the footage so I could watch them.
There's a game mechanic here that I want to show off, and that is grenades will chain react. So, like grenades that the enemy drops on the ground, if a grenade detonates near them, they chain react and explode. Which is
That
cool.
might be also the way that I die the most, now that I think about it.
I die that way a lot.
Yeah. But it leads to some very fun shenanigans.
Definitely does.
Stationary guns are gonna tear us to pieces.
Why are you looking at me?
Can I help you too? What's the... Oh, I love the Marines.
They're even ugly when they're dead.
Oh, I just remembered like parts of this level now.
Yeah,
And I'm very excited for it.
this part here is very cool.
Alert! Covenant dropships are inbound.
Thanks.
Another little thing that came up in that developer commentary thing was that they... I don't know if they said they thought it was or it was originally planned to be two separate levels.
I'm on it.
So they're...
That makes sense.
It does make sense. So this would have been like the end of the first level, assaulting the gravity lift and securing it. Which is why this feels so much like a boss fight.
Yeah, that's true.
It would be a short level, though.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that was the problem.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I do remember it feeling very good that you like go to new locations and you're not just locked in a box that is one level. Like GoldenEye.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely none of that in GoldenEye.
But I remember like doing these fights on co-op. I remember doing them solo. I remember. Oh man, just a flood of
Legendary
memories.
runs.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're gonna get introduced to the last Covenant enemy type.
Surely they're the strongest and most dangerous type.
You would be correct. These are hunters. So they are like heavily armored tank things. You can see as I'm shooting them, this is not doing anything. In fact, a whole bunch of my bullets are straight up reflecting off.
Whammo.
And they hit hard.
Then
They
they
have
shoot.
range and melee, and they're
Yeah.
just basically impossible to kill, it looks like.
Right, except for their glowing weak spot.
Nice.
Once you know about this, they're super easy. But that orange patch on their back, they go down super quick.
We've secured the area. Let's square away the grab lift. Marines, prepare for boarding action. Yes, sir!
Cortana to Echo 419. We've reached the gravity lift and are ready for reinforcements. Copy that, Cortana. Hold tight, gentlemen. Bowhammer out.
Once we're inside the ship, I can home in on the captain's command neural interface. He'll probably be in or near the ship's brig, which should narrow our search.
Echo 419 inbound. Clear the drop zone.
I realize I have not taken the time to actually look at this ship well. It is gigantic.
I would shit my pants if I had to go into that.
Friggin' enemy spaceship. Ugh.
It's my favorite part of Star Trek. Is how often two people go to an enemy spaceship.
We're in. I've got a good lock on the captain's CNI transponder. No Covenant defenses detected.
What? There's no Covenant here. Think maybe nobody's home.
That accent is so good. What? I don't see any fucking Covenant here.
So it turns out Covenant use active camo too.
And a new weapon.
And?
Yeah, so the energy sword, I should say, that they're using is new. It's very dangerous. We don't get to use it in this game, but it should be avoided at all costs.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure even in normal, it one-hit kills.
I don't remember.
Also, the white armor is the invisible guys.
I do love that all the ships are purple.
Yeah, the purple color scheme definitely seems like something that shouldn't work. Like, if it was pitched to me, like, we're gonna have these aliens and they're gonna love purple. Like, that just seems so weird, and that's from a guy who has dyed his entire body purple. Like, I don't know.
Are you just gonna, like, leave that? You're
That's-
not gonna explain that?
It's an engineering thing from university. Don't dig too much into that.
I feel like that has better range than I remember.
Yeah, I actually was kind of surprised by the range and accuracy of the plasma weapons. It's great.
Yeah.
Door's locked, sir. No way through.
We could use the side passages to find a way around.
We'd be sitting ducks in that narrow space. We can hold this position if you can find a way around and open the door from the other side, Chief.
Chief, let's see if we can find a way to open this door.
Would you
Yeah,
call-
I think
Go ahead.
from what I remember about the plasma rifle in multiplayer, the combo was to try and shoot them till you could get in their face and then melee them, and that will kill them.
Yeah. Because of the staggering you were talking about, right?
Yeah. So I think I always used it as a close-up weapon and never noticed the range.
I think I just had a thing for like the human weapons. I like them more. So
That's fair.
I never used plasma if I had another choice.
No scope.
I think that
Those big.
that section right there was just kind of a good example of the golden triangle thing, where I was shooting, throwing grenades, smacking guys who got too close.
Yeah. It does feel so seamless now that I would never have noticed it if you didn't say it.
We haven't talked about the energy shield yet, too, have we? Like, that was,
Wait.
like,
That's the locked door down.
being able to heal
Marines
was,
are waiting on the other side.
Yeah.
you know, huge.
Yeah, no, I guess
Now
that's
The
true.
mechanic that you always had your shield.
Yeah, that was not a mechanic in most games.
Well-
And now it's, like, they even have it in, like, Call of Duty, where, like, you know, you just shed bullets after a few seconds, you know?
Yeah, I'm thinking of like Half-Life that had armor, but you had to go find it separately. It didn't
Right.
recharge.
I think this was one of the first where, like, you just kind of hid for a little bit and got back, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not confident saying the first, but yeah, I don't think it was
I'll say
common
it.
early on. You'll say it.
I don't give a
Can do
fuck.
anything.
Yeah. Who
Prove
cares?
him wrong.
Yeah.
Bringing on fact checkers. Yeah, no, it is a cool mechanic, and like you're still looking at your health, but you have that buffer.
Yeah, and I mean, when you play in Legendary, the hardest difficulty for Halo, you spend so much time like hiding and avoiding getting hit even once, and it's not fun. Being able to take a couple hits and keep going makes the game keep moving.
And at least to call out no shields.
That's
Yeah,
right.
When we play
if you were
multiplayer.
if you were playing Legendary, you'd have plasma pistol the entire time, probably,
Yeah.
too.
Sorry, actually, something I think I meant to mention back in the first video but didn't, is that plasma weapons and human weapons actually do different types of damage. Plasma weapons actually do more damage to shields, and human weapons do more damage to unshielded enemies. So comboing them up actually makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right, everybody stay cool. Yell if you see anything.
Stay cool.
There's a lot of dialogue that I don't ever remember, but I think it's because if you run straight through the level like you know where you're going, a lot of it doesn't trigger. So when I'm playing for the LP, I'm going slowly, and so much more dialogue actually triggers.
And I like how they've got so many, like, regional accents,
Yeah.
too. Like the New York guy, the
Australian,
Australian,
where it really seems like a...
Southern accents. Oh, Jesus. What are we looking at?
Yeah, it very much seems like an Earth military as opposed to one single place. Yeah, that
What year
dialogue
in the
is
future
so
is
good.
this?
2552.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think all
yeah.
accents are gone in like 100 years, so.
I don't know. Maybe. I guess sort of global communication still relatively new. That might do it.
But it's still about the community you live in, right?
Yeah, but like kids who grow up talking to other people over the internet might not end up with the same accents that they would normally.
That's true. Interesting.
Yeah, and
Interesting.
there's like, I mean, one thing I've found is like, my Canadian accent was a lot thicker when I first moved here,
Yeah.
and I just got made fun of enough by Americans.
But you stopped. You stopped
Yeah.
talking funny.
I mean, that and friends of ours who've lived in England do start pronouncing words differently. Like, it doesn't take all that long for that to start setting in. This room is very cool. Just the verticality is a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. It's not that easy shooting up,
No, it's not.
like most games, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely adds challenge. So they would call that the high ground, right?
It's
It's
over.
over. Yeah. But yeah, it is more difficult to shoot them when they're up there, especially when they have shields.
Want some more?
It must be different between playing and watching. I'm noticing now how many encounters just have like 4 or 5 waves of enemies. It seems like they go on kind of long. When you're playing, it's not bad at all. It's like that's the fun, but watching's a little different.
Hey, which way should we go now? All the doors on this level are locked.
Wait a moment. I'm going to access the Covenant BattleNet and locate an override code to open a door. Working on it.
I'd like to see you crack 128,000 modulating.
I like
Get the oldie.
I love the
Is
concept.
that new?
No, that's not new.
Oh.
But like I love the idea of an AI talking under her breath, like oh, that's so good.
Low battery. Now there's something I can relate to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Oh.
I guess they're there. Here, boy.
Thankfully they don't have great aim.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're
Aren't hunters like a big blob of like
worms.
thousands of parasites or something? Worms? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, might as well talk about it since we're here. Yeah, they are worms in armor. And you may have noticed they always come in pairs. And that's because each worm colony is enough to fill up 2 suits.
Ugh.
Yep. How's that for some weird alien backstory?
The door is open.
That was one of my favorite things that I learned. I think it was from the book.
Guarantee
Yeah.
it won't lock again when it closes.
I thought it was really cool.
It's certainly a unique idea.
I think it was like when Halo 2 started production and they announced it that they like it came out that they have like the Halo Bible that covers like decades of story if they wanted it.
Yeah, I do remember
And I
them
always
talking
thought that
about
was
that.
really cool. It's like how well planned out a lot of their universe was.
I mean, some of that is because it's cribbed from Marathon, Bungie's earlier game series. Like, that game even had hunters who were big armored targets.
Yeah, it was originally.
Sorry, I lost all my Marines, and that's actually good, because something cool happens.
I'm going to call for reinforcements. There's no sense going in with anything less than full strength.
Cortana to Foehammer. We need additional support troops. We're going to open the shuttle bay door again. Move in and drop off reserve troops on my signal.
I copy, Cortana. Echo 419 standing by for your signal.
So that doesn't always happen. This is almost like an optional side quest. For this level, they really want you to have like the AI companions, so if you lose them all, it gives you opportunities to get more.
Optional side
fun.
quests. Lose all your friends.
That's, yeah. There's several opportunities in this level where it happens. Like, even early on in the level. If all your guys get killed in that first fight, they will give you more. It's kind of cool.
Now, earlier we were talking about Marathon. That is the original name for this game, right? Like,
No.
because this Halo was, if I remember correctly, was developed to be a Mac exclusive originally.
Yes, so it started its life as a Marathon sequel for the Mac.
Right.
So I guess you're right that it was originally Marathon.
Yeah.
How different would my life be if it went to the Mac? Like, I would probably have a PS4, you know.
Yeah.
What you mean? What was that game? Brute Force wouldn't have been a killer app.
You're gonna make me cry.
We had such high hopes.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the
you were
other
talking
game you played? Oh, Unreal Tournament and Splinter Cell Online.
Yeah, Splinter Cell is
like
a pretty good
that too.
IP.
Yeah.
Unreal was the first like online multiplayer console game I think I played.
Yeah. And it was incredible.
Yeah.
And made by a company in our hometown.
You guys were talking earlier about like the plot of this. I think this is the first game where like I actually got into the plot and like gave a shit. Because like, you know, like there was plot in like I don't know, like GoldenEye.
Right.
Shenmue. Okay. Okay. Never mind. I did get into Shenmue. I was like, I need to buy more trinkets.
I remember watching you play and not understanding it. Sorry.
No, I always like Perfect Dark for the story. I think that was the first one for me where I was like, oh, hell yeah.
No, I just like...
There was a story in Perfect Dark?
Yeah, you shut your mouth.
Yeah, the story was you shoot a gun through the wall and then... until your friends are mad and then you could do something else.
And I guess that's discounting stuff like Legend of Zelda, because those were great.
Yeah, maybe I'm just...
Yes.
Maybe I should keep... Just first-person shooter, the first one I got into.
Yeah, the story was often a side note for those.
I'm pretty sure the only reason I played the GoldenEye single player was to unlock guns and stuff. Characters, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Characters and cheat codes.
You had to get Odd
you could
Job,
unlock-
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that could be the
You
best.
piece of shit.
All right. I'm going to show off the original graphics here again, just to show the original Covenant architecture. So it's not that much different, but it's way more muted. Like the purple thing is a lot more dull.
Kind of
Kind of
drinks
like
in
how
the
dark
light.
it is.
Yeah.
And like the kind of faint glow.
Mm-hmm. I mean, part of that is plasma weapons look really cool when they're being fired in the dark. All the glowy colors flying around, but yeah, not being able to see stuff around you is kind of annoying.
That's why you have like a flashlight that uses up so much goddamn battery.
You know what's great about that too? Is the Marines have flashlights, not that they often use them, but theirs don't run out. Like there really is no good game mechanic reason why the flashlight has a limited battery.
I think it's...
Maybe you share your battery with the shield.
It builds tension though, like what was it? The Doom game had like you could have a flashlight
God,
out
yeah. Doom 3. Yeah, you could either have a gun or a flashlight, and so many environments were so dark that you needed the flashlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's like a stress-inducing mechanic.
Yeah. Just in this game, you so rarely even need to use the flashlight. I almost wonder if it was just so that you didn't accidentally leave it on.
This looks like the ship's command center. The captain's transponder signal is strong. We must be close.
This is a good spot, Chief. We can mine the store here while you go after the captain. Good luck, sir.
Like, do you guys ever remember that dialogue happening?
No.
I don't remember a lot of it, so...
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I didn't remember that, and I think it's because why wouldn't you just run straight through the green door once it's available?
Yeah.
But if you wait, there is actually a whole thing where the Marines are gonna hold position.
I do like that point that they do, like
The what?
like putting the shield to the side when the jackals like point, like there he is, like,
yeah.
unprotected, like, yeah. Especially when, like, because it's the same animation every time, so if, like, multiples do it.
Yes. Yeah, when you have limited animations and people keep doing it at the same time.
Oh, I remember this part.
Yeah, so this room is also somewhat optional. There's no surviving Marines, so there's no one here to actually save. But that one guy was pretty well equipped, so that's helpful. This level is a bit of a maze, though. Like, all the hallways do look identical.
And it's like, it makes it feel so much bigger. And again, back to the no map, it makes it feel more... I think it gives it a much more adventurous feel.
Mm-hmm.
That I think helped.
I think that's the first time we've seen an enemy where the sniper rifle doesn't outright kill them. Actually, that was technically a new type of elite. So I think those are zealots. They're like the highest. The highest ranking
The gold
type
armor?
of... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They looked... I remember them being much yellower in the original.
Yeah, I think that's true. And speaking of high ranking, here's Captain Keyes.
It's you, boy.
Coming here was reckless. You two know better than this. Thanks. Marines, lock and load your weapons. Let's be ready to move.
Yes, sir.
While the Covenant had us locked up in here, I overheard the guards talking about this ring world. They call it Halo.
One moment, sir. Accessing the Covenant BattleNet. According to the data in their networks, the ring has some kind of deep religious significance. If I'm analyzing this correctly, they believe that Halo is some kind of weapon, one with vast, unimaginable power.
Then it's true. The Covenant kept saying that whoever controls Halo controls the fate of the universe.
Now I see. I have intercepted a number of messages about a Covenant search team scouting for a control room. I thought they were looking for the bridge of a cruiser that I damaged during the battle above the ring. But they must be looking for Halo's control room.
That's bad news. If Halo is a weapon, and the Covenant gain control of it, they'll use it against us and wipe out the entire human race. Chief, Cortana, I have a new mission for you. We need to beat the Covenant to Halo's control room. Marines, let's move!
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Chief, you have the point.
We should head back to the shuttle bay and call for evac.
So we finally learned that indeed the ring is called Halo. I'm not
I
sure
knew it.
I'm not sure I ever really grasped before how weird it is that in the game named Halo, with the second level called Halo, you don't learn that's its name until the third mission. This section here
I just
is...
wanted to build suspense.
Yeah. This section here is actually super, super dangerous. All these Marines behind you, including Captain Keyes, in the tight hallways, are super, super likely to shoot you in the back. Like, I have died a lot in higher difficulties because of Captain Keyes filling me with needles.
Hilarious.
Mm-hmm. And they give them energy weapons, like plasma rifles, so they wear down your shields really fast when they do decide to shoot at you.
How many Marines can you let die before you failed?
One, Captain Keyes.
Well,
because that's it.
Let him go first.
Are you, does it have subtitles, or are you doing that?
It has subtitles. That's part of the anniversary edition, I think. Or maybe the Master Chief Collection. One of them.
Jesus.
You made it.
Cortana to Echo 419. We have the captain and need extraction on the double.
Negative, Cortana. I've been engaged by Covenant air patrols, and I'm having a tough time shaking them. You'll be better off finding your own ride. Sorry.
Acknowledged, Foehammer. Cortana out.
Air support is cut off, Captain. We need to hold here until she can move in.
Oh man, we're trapped in here. We're screwed. We're screwed, man.
Stow the belly aching, soldier. Remember, you're a leatherneck. Cortana, if you and the Chief can get us into one of those Covenant dropships, I can fly us out of here.
Yes, Captain. There's a Covenant dropship still docked.
And now for the daring escape.
Yeah.
I'm a captain. I can fly anything.
Yeah.
Can you tell you about how much I love that nav marker too? Like that thing's been like I can't remember like having something like that in a game until this game and then relying so heavily on it as a kid.
Well, like, it was often used in games that have a map, where they would put a marker on the map. Mm-hmm. But in a game without a map, yeah, it just kind of shows up there. It is super helpful.
And giving you like a distance and everything?
Yeah, and I think Swordfish mentioned in the last video that often if you don't know where you're going, it will eventually pop up a marker for you. Super helpful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. The dropship is loose.
Everybody, mount up. Let's get on board.
Give me a minute to interface with the ship's controls.
No need. I'll take this bird out myself.
Captain! Hunters!
Hang on.
Nice one, sir.
Time for a little payback.
What a cool level.
He's reckless, I think.
He is a little bit, but he's a badass. He can get away with it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, thanks everyone for watching. See you later. Hey guys, I'm back in the Truth and Reconciliation in this very cool giant hangar room that we spent quite a bit of time in. I really wanted to show off what I was talking about with Captain Keyes shooting me in the back, but I really just could not get him to do it. So I don't know if they upgraded the AI, although I'm not banking on that, or maybe I've just been wrongly blaming him for my own mistakes for like 20 years. Either way, instead, I'm actually going to show a way of skipping a whole lot of this level, actually. So this right now is the first time we're in the hangar, so bottom floor. And with a few clever grenade jumps and an overshield, we can actually skip, well, all the way to the top. And there we go, all the way onto the third floor. We don't have any health, so that might be a problem. But this hallway leads to the brig and Captain Keyes. And then once we rescue him, we just have to fight our way back down this hallway to the dropship. And that is it. So that's a very cool shortcut / speedrun trick.